Hi friends, Prepared Suburbanite back at you. Well, today is Tuesday, the 13th of February, and this morning at 8:30, the Bureau of Labor Statistics announced the Consumer Price Index for January. And it there was a lot of speculation about how great the number was going to be, and all the economic experts and all that were going to were predicting that um, inflation was going to cool down again and continue a trend, and it would lead, therefore, to lower interest rates or whatever in the future that which is the only tool the Fed has to in its toolbox to fix what's going on with inflation, but because they can't create jobs or produce oil or anything like that. But it came in at 3.1% year over year. That's not good. I'll be right back with some details. So I think the economic experts were predicting a 2.9% increase, and it came out to be 3.1. Yeah, 3.1 year over year. That's compared to last January. Doesn't have any correlation to what's been going on since Biden was installed as the monarch, the president of the United States. And God knows what that total number really is, because it certainly isn't reflected in the BLS statistics. So the economic forecast is really not good. And you can tell just by a quick look at the stock market this morning. I just looked and shuddered because the Dow is down off its high mark, record high of, I think, yesterday, because everybody was anticipating good news from this report, but it was down well over 400 points, maybe 450. And that's just in the first hour of trading or so. And um, the S&P is down off its record mark of over 5,000. Now it's down below 5,000. And the NASDAQ is off about 350 or 400, somewhere around there. But we'll never know uh, what it was supposed to be. So what can you do about it? Well, there isn't a whole heck of a lot that folks can do on a day-to-day basis, I don't think. Um, there's there's just a lot of common sense stuff. How do you combat inflation? Well, you can't. You really can't combat it. You can take steps to mitigate its impact on you on a personal basis. And I'll just go through a couple of things that pop into my head. And I made some notes here so I don't forget things. Um, One is to develop a budget and track your expenses. And I've been doing that for a number of years now. Um, and it really does seem to help. It helps me focus in on where our money is going, who we're paying it to, crazy nonsense like that. But it also gives me an opportunity to check on a pretty much daily basis, not every day, but pretty much a daily basis, how any of my retirement funds are doing, how the credit card balances are doing, all that kind of stuff. And I have picked up, because I check on those credit cards at least 3 or 4 times a week, how many times I've picked up fraudulent, weird ball transactions that neither my wife nor I have ever done anything with. And just a quick phone call or an email to their fraud unit, usually all it takes to get those kinds of things resolved. And it's happened probably 4 or 5 times in the last 18 months or so. And we don't use our credit cards all that often, but somebody figures out a way to scrape your numbers or whatever they do, and it doesn't take long, and you start seeing oddball transactions on your credit card. So, having a budget, tracking your expenses, keeping your receipts, all that kind of stuff, really does help you focus in on the money coming in and the money going out. Um, at the grocery store, and you can do this as well as anybody else. You can be a couponer. You can take advantage of any of the promotions. I know that before we head out to the weekly grocery store run, that we're checking online to see what the local sales are, what's on special this week at this supermarket or that one, and we'll go different places, not to save 10 cents or 20 cents, but if there's a really good deal on something that we stumble on, um, eggs or meat or ground beef, beer, that kind of stuff, we'll take advantage of that. So pay attention to what's going on at the supermarket. We also participate in what I guess some people call bulk purchasing. I call them warehouse clubs. You've got Costco, BJ's, Sam's Club, and there's a few others around that can give you the opportunity to buy stuff that you use on a regular basis in bulk. Things like toilet paper and paper towels or things like that, where you can get a big, huge package of that kind of stuff. And when you look at the individual cost per roll of, say, toilet paper or Kleenex or anything like that, that you can save a pretty penny by buying in bulk. And that's assuming you've got the money to spend that extra for the bulk purchase. But if you're savvy and you've got a budget and you work with it and you stay within it, you can certainly amass enough extra cash here and there to take advantage of bulk buying opportunities. Plan your meals ahead of time so that you know what you like to eat, what's easy to fix, what's wholesome and nutritional for you, and plan some of your grocery shopping around your planned budget, your planned dinner times. So just kind of link the two things together. I would highly encourage you to realize that there is a relationship between what you eat and how much you spend. So be very careful of that and take advantage of any of the cashback reward programs and all that. One of our local supermarkets offers gas discounts on purchases. So if you go over a certain dollar amount, you get a percentage or two or three off the local gas price, and you just take your little card to the preferred pump, and you can save a few cents on gas doing that. So those are the kinds of promotions that I think are really, really important and can save you a lot of money. Um, take a look at your credit card if you've got cashback rewards on your credit card, and they say, hey, it's this month for groceries. Well, use your credit card to buy the groceries and then pay that bill off right away. You're going to get promotional credits, cashback rewards from whatever kind of a credit card you use. Now, I'm not advocating that you go into debt by any means when you're shopping for food necessities and groceries and things like that. So um, please don't get me wrong. Only use your credit card to take advantage of any excuse me cashback rewards that they offer. Um, one of the other things I think is to plan your trips to the grocery store. I know folks that um, go to the grocery store pretty much every day. and they buy what they think they need for that day or for preparing the meal for dinner, and they're driving 5 miles, whatever, 3 miles, 5 miles to the grocery store once a day, and that is crazy. Use your budgeting experience, use your planning experience to limit the number of trips that you really have to make, and it'll save you a ton of gas and a ton of wear and tear on your vehicle. Um, Saving money on entertainment. I think that's kind of goes without saying. Entertainment for us was going out to dinner once a week or maybe 2 or 3 times a month. And as inflation started creeping in, we cut back on that kind of an indulgence for ourselves and learned to be a little bit more creative with our meal planning at home. And, I don't miss it really at all. There's a lot of stuff that you can learn cooking wise and planning wise if you don't rely on local restaurants, takeout foods, um, DoorDash deliveries of food. You can save quite a bit of money and still enjoy life. Um, Look at your subscriptions, what you've got for streaming services, what you've got for magazines, what you're purchasing for VIP memberships at this place or that place, and really take a hard look at what benefit it's really given you. And if you can justify it, then by all means continue. But if there's a break even point there and you can save a few bucks to fight inflation, then that may be a place to go look. Low cost events, things like that. Well, we spend a lot more time going to events at our local church and our local neighborhood organization here than we ever did in the past. Going to a movie, going to a concert, anything like that. There's just tons of cost, tons of expense that go along with that. Parking fees and the distance traveled, it can really add up. So look for low cost alternatives for uh, events and activities that you're involved in, and do more at home. We got a call from a very good friend that said, "Hey, let's get together and go to dinner. Um, what day works best for you?" And I said, Saturday would work pretty good. Why don't you all come over here and we'll cook some steaks out on the grill and have a couple of beers and kind of enjoy. And he said, "Well, that sounds good." Well, then there you go. Think how much money you can really save by doing that. So those are the kinds of things that just kind of pop into my head when I'm thinking about inflation and knowing that I'm certainly not on the Fed to make policy decisions, and I'm not a government official that's going to make the wrong policy decisions on what's right and what's wrong with our economy. But I'd be interested to hear what thoughts and what theories and what practices you've put in place to fight inflation. You got to watch it every turn of the screw because they are turning the screws very, very hard right now, and it's getting tough to get from paycheck to paycheck. So if you like these kind of videos, if you found something in here educational, entertaining, worthwhile, that I encourage you to give us a thumbs up, a like, and share this video. And please make sure you're subscribed. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always. And I'll see you on the next video.